Good morning, listeners. It's 9:30 and it's Friday the 28th of June already. We're nearly halfway through the year. Mm-hmm. So this is Wairarapawatch on our ROFM 92.7, a programme sponsored by Transit Tours. That's Transit with a Z. And you can sign up to their travel club today at www.transittours.co.nz. Again, Transit with a Z, and it's all one word. I'm Robin Weaver, and with me is my wife, Val. Morning, Val.
Morning, folks.
And just before we do anything else, I need to make an apology. Last week, when we were talking to Robert Ennis, I said his nostalgic cabaret evening was going to be yesterday, but it isn't. It's actually scheduled for Saturday, the 27th of July.
So you've still got time to get your tickets.
Indeed, you have 7:30 to 10:30 at Carterton Event Centre. Where else? And tickets $25 available from Heart of Arts Gallery at High Street, Carterton. Tickets are pre-sold. There are no door sales. So get your tickets and get yourself down there. Now, this morning, we're talking to Sarah Watkins, Pukaha's Commercial Development Manager. Is that correct? Yeah?
It
correct
is,
title.
sure.
And Mireille Hicks, who's is a captive breeding ranger who works with shore plovers, Teke and Hugh from Pukaha. Yeah?
Correct.
Good morning, both.
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies, and very welcome to the studio, and we're very, very pleased to have you here today. We've got a lot to talk about, so we'll kick in first off with Sarah. Sarah, we'd like you to tell us all about Matariki that is going to take place at Pukaha on the 6th of July. What are we going to find at Matariki this year?
It's super exciting, and we've got a full program of events from 12 until 6 p.m. And we've got a variety of workshops for adults and children alike. And we have raranga weaving with some of our local weavers, urku clay flute making workshops. So you can take home a functional musical instrument. We have storytelling as well in our gallery, which is a beautiful environment. Then we have a kapahaka performance by a local group. And polished off with hangi for dinner with steamed pudding. I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, I've only ever had one before, so looking to see what the Rangatane guys come up with this time. And then we have a twilight tour with Joe and Tara. So through the forest, interpreting the night sky for Matariki, and incorporating about the manu that live at Pukaha as well.
Oh, fantastic. We actually ourselves went to something like that down in Christchurch at one of the parks down there, the
Orana Park.
Orana Park, wasn't
wonderful.
it? And it was a wonderful experience because we got to learn about the Maori culture and do that, all that stuff, and ending with the hangi, which was absolutely incredible. We thoroughly enjoyed it. So people that are listening, you must get yourselves there because it's an experience of a lifetime.
Oh, absolutely. It
really is.
It is. It's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you get tickets for this event then, Sarah?
So you can contact Pukaha. You can just email or give us a ring. So it's just info@pukaha.org.nz, and Kylie and the visitor centre team will sort you out there. So we just take bookings and then you can pay on the day.
Okay. And it's definitely a must book. Oh, there's no door sales?
That'd be great. Otherwise, you might not get any steamed pudding.
Right.
Now, there's an incentive.
So what would be the cost then, Sarah?
So for adults, it's $40. For children, it's $10.
Okay.
Children 5 and under are free.
Okay.
So children includes young people up to the age of?
So 6 to 16.
16.
Oh, that's not too bad then, isn't it?
No, that's
a good price.
That's good, considering the amount they eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And does that include the hangi at
Absolutely,
the end? Yes.
Yeah. All children, regardless of age, receive a free activity book as well.
Oh, that sounds
Excellent.
Wonderful. And what about if so the weather really won't matter too much, will it? Because you're in the forest and, so...
Absolutely. So all of the workshops are inside.
Yeah.
The hangi obviously is prepared outside. If it's good weather, it's going to be really lovely, so we can walk out and see where it's prepared and served out there. But if it is a bit rainy, we've got a covered area for serving of dinner as well.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, Rob, I think you should ask some questions now. I think
I've just got one question at the moment lined up on me. Phone number for bookings, Sarah? Got a phone number anywhere?
That's a good question. I'm new.
Oh, people will find it, won't they? Yeah.
Look it up in the phone book or on Google it.
Google it, yeah.
Under Pukaha, Pukaha.
Yeah. Google is your friend.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
There's an event finder listing as well, and it's on our Facebook page as well.
So all the proceeds from this exercise are going to this activity, going to the conservation effort? All
Most
the net
definitely.
proceeds?
Yeah. So
Excellent.
we're a not-for-profit. All of our revenue goes back towards the conservation work that we do at Pukaha.
Okay, so you're a registered charity.
Yes.
So the receipts will have a registered charity number on them.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, so if you...
It's tax claimable.
Yeah, that's great. That's great
So
too for people.
even though you spend $40, the Inland Revenue will give you some money back on that. Isn't that big of them?
Always welcome.
No, Amelia,
Yes.
unfortunately, you just lost Natural, your resident male
We did.
Pukaha.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He was
Takahi.
getting old.
Takahi. I'll get it right in a minute. Takahi.
Takahi.
Lost the poor little old boy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Foamy, the female, is by herself at the moment.
So you haven't found another one yet?
We have. So far, we are expecting him to arrive mid-July.
Okay.
But that is going to be confirmed a little bit closer to the time. But that's at this stage the sort of.
So you sure the two of them are going to get on together?
We sure hope so. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But his name is Tuatahi, and he is coming from the Burwood Rearing Centre. He's 13 and a half years old, and he's retiring from the breeding program because his genetics have been very well represented. Sorry,
Right.
which is why he's coming to us to join Foamy, and hopefully they will connect, and we are allowed to breed with them if they do decide to. So,
Right, because that'll put a new genetic strain into his line.
yeah.
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 Cool.
So who knows? We might have some future baby Takahi.
Oh.
How long? What's the life expectancy of a Takahi then?
Oh,
Mia?
I think they get to about 20, 22.
Okay, so
yeah.
13's middle age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still at a good age.
Oh,
Good
great.
to breed. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It never occurs to me that birds, obviously Kia, I mean, live forever, but all birds have a different life expectancy.
They do,
Like
yeah.
I would imagine that your shore plover are fairly short.
No, actually, for the size of the bird they get quite old. They get to about 20 as well.
Really?
And they're only tiny.
Yeah.
Not
They are.
very big. Yeah. So
Yeah.
quite a good age. But a lot of animals in New Zealand get very old. If you think of tuatara, they get between 100 to 200.
Yes.
Eels, about 100 years. So
Because
yeah.
they've had no natural predators until man got here.
Yeah.
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 And then man brought everything.
Hmm.
Yeah. So how do you keep the rats and rodents and...
Out of our
is...
reserve.
Yeah.
We do a lot of predator control. So our park doesn't have a fencing around it.
Yeah.
So we've got about 130 kilometers of trap lining all around our reserve and through it.
Good Lord.
We've got a lot of volunteers that help us with maintaining them. And yeah, we're just trying to keep on top of it. And if there are new solutions, we're looking at implementing those as well. So we're sort of like a pilot park almost compared to
Yeah.
other parks because
Yeah.
they have fences. We're sort of
Similar to
trialing
the one in
things,
Wellington.
and It is
Yeah.
working. It is
Yeah.
actually working. For example, the kokako. We started off with about 12 pairs in, 2003, I believe, if I go back in the right time. And we did a census a few years ago, and we discovered that we now have around 30 to 40 pairs in the park, in the reserve, in the wild.
Oh, that's tremendous.
So
well
the trapping
done.
is working. Yeah.
So,
Considering they're a bird that doesn't fly very well, it's more of a canopy hopper,
Yeah.
indicates that what we're doing is working.
Yeah.
But it's an ongoing battle.
so other local birds, apart from the ones you rear and look after, are other local birds realising that there's a safe haven here and coming into it?
Well, kaka can come from anywhere. So, for example, they've got them in Karori, in Zealandia.
Yeah.
They have got a fencing, but they're starting to move outside the park there. And they can move towards our park. Ours can go to Wellington as well. They might do that, but it's hard to actually see it now because
Yes.
both parks don't ban them anymore. So we can't really recognize them.
Right.
But they will move around, and if they are smart, they would definitely come our way.
Yes, exactly.
It's hard to count them. So we estimate we've got about 200 to 250 in our park, the kaka, wild ones, but there could be more.
But they know that it's a pretty safe area to be in.
It is, yeah.
So they're not totally stupid.
No, they're quite clever actually. Very, very cheeky. Smart birds, yeah.
So what's the news from the other birds, Adele?
Well, it's quite relaxed at the moment in the park because it's winter
coming up
time.
winter.
But we are getting ready for the breeding season, so we're doing a lot of maintenance at the moment, getting all the aviaries ready. I just heard from my colleague that one of the kiwi in the bush, the ones that we monitor, is sitting on an egg.
Oh,
So
great.
that's exciting. So I guess the breeding season for the kiwi is slowly starting.
Yeah. Now, is that Manakura's brother?
Yeah, Mapuna. Yeah, so he's sitting on an egg very
Well, they're
tightly.
the white.
He's one of the white
Whites.
kiwi. Yeah, so
Yes.
he's just like Manakura white, but he's not on display. So
Right,
he's out
right.
in one of the enclosures, and he's got a girlfriend, her Manawa. So she laid an egg about a week ago. So it's another 65 days before it'll hatch.
Right.
9 to 10 weeks. But yeah, the male is the one that sits on the egg, and yeah, we saw him very tightly sitting on the nest.
So is it pretty well guaranteed that the chick will be white as well?
No, there's no guarantee.
It could revert back to...
It depends if Manawa, the female, has got that recessive gene that Mapuna's got. So if she has it and he has it and they
Then
combine,
bingo.
definitely could get a white kiwi. But usually it's just a little mark. It's very uncommon to have it all white.
Yeah.
That's what makes Manakura and Mapuna so unique, that they're completely white. Yeah, because it would just normally be a little patch somewhere on the feathers, on the head, or on the beak or the legs.
Oh,
But in
okay.
their case, it's all white.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
which
very
makes them
special.
special.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So they're not an albino.
No,
Slightly
no.
different.
And what about the yellow crown kakariki?
Kakariki. Yeah, so the 5 fledglings that we have been transferred to Nelson, to Nature Park, and they've already been released on Puangiangi Island, which is in the Cook Strait. I think it's actually quite close to Stevens Island, where most of the tuatara live. Just released back into the wild there. Yeah, so that
So
was
that's
very
a
exciting.
predator-free island.
It is.
Yeah, great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, we've heard that there's been a lot of more so with rats this year than ever because of the heat
beach
and
mast.
everything.
Yeah,
So
climate's
you-
changing. The more warmer it gets,
Yeah.
the trees
a
start
lot of
producing
food.
more seeds,
Yeah.
and there's a mast on top of a mast because of that. So
Yeah.
heaps of seeds, lots of food for the birds, but also lots of food for the
Yeah.
For the
rodents.
rodents.
And
Yeah.
of course, more food there is, the
Yeah.
better they reproduce.
Yeah.
So that's why it's
It's
Yeah.
an
so good.
ongoing fight,
It
isn't
is,
it, for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody said we want this country predator-free by
2050. That's the goal from the government.
Will it happen?
I sure hope so.
Well, we
I
hope
think
so, but
I think it is possible, and you can see more and more people on a individual basis are starting to help out, setting traps, just doing their thing
Yeah.
as much as they can.
but there's so much land
There is
and so many pests
There is, yeah. It's a big.
that even if everybody walked out today with a trap and set it somewhere, yeah, you're going to have a day of trapping, but there are always ones that get away with it. And
Yeah, and the thing is that they reproduce so quickly.
So
Yes,
quickly
yeah.
and so many.
Yeah.
They do, don't
So
they?
there's a lot of research being done to try and see if they can modify the reproduction system, trying to maybe get, like with stoats and possums as well. Possums, I know they're looking into research to see if they can make it infertile, the female, so there's
Oh,
no way
okay.
a baby can
Oh.
grow. But it's a lot of research that needs to be
Yeah.
done, and how do you tackle the fact
Yes.
of getting it into the females to actually stop it.
Yeah.
I think they've been looking into with stoats, trying to modify it somewhere in the reproduction that you only get males, so you can't reproduce, obviously.
Okay.
But again, it's a lot of scientific research.
so they're
It's
looking
trial.
at modifying the DNA.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, very technical business.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lots
So
of
you've got to
money
find the
involved
right
as well.
segment to...
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
very futuristic, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
but hey,
yeah. It will
it's not
happen.
impossible.
No,
Well,
nothing's impossible.
No, and
it
it's
will
good that they've
happen.
got that goal, and the more people that get involved,
They've
more
got 30 years
possible
to
it is.
achieve it.
Exactly.
Listen up, guys. You've got 30 years
Get
starting
right again.
now.
help us where we
Oh,
can.
it would be wonderful, though, wouldn't it?
It
if
would
it
be.
were
Oh, it would.
predator
It would.
free.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
All right, so I think we should have a music break
Oh, okay.
right now, and we do like to incorporate music that we're actually talking about. And today we found a wonderful piece. And what are you going to play, Rob?
I'm going to play a piece called Wildlife Music, which we discovered completely by accident. But it sounds good.
It's beautiful. We'll go now into the bush and we'll just listen for the bird life.
Right. Well, I will in a minute. It's that one. Just turn that on and hose off. There you go. That was a lovely extract from a record called Wild Forest, actually.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Wonderful. Now we're back, and it's, 10 to 10? And it's Friday the 28th of something, June. So I do not know what month it is. And this is Wairarapawatch on Arrow FM 92.7. And we're back with Mireille. Get it right?
Nope.
No.
No.
Mireille.
Thank you.
Mireille.
And Sarah from Pukaha. And we've been talking about the birds. And we've been talking about Matariki that's happening at Pukaha.
Yeah, the 6th of July for Matariki. And it's going to be a wonderful experience.
And the birds anytime.
A lot going on there. Yeah.
So the birds just talking about birds again just for a minute, please, Sarah.
Of course.
This time of year, do the birds tend not to be out in the enclosures, or do they sort of huddle away in the house?
Oh, no, they come out, but they're a bit like humans. If it's wet and very dark, they do tend to go under the shelter. Some people can't see them straight away, but it's good to just have a good look because they're definitely there.
Because a lot of them are well camouflaged.
They are, even if they're bright green, you can still not often see them right away.
That's
it's
right.
amazing.
Sorry about that. So it's still worth going.
Absolutely.
You sort of get the feeling that perhaps winter it's all quietened down, but obviously not. These birds have still got to eat, and they're still got to come out and get it.
Oh, and the one thing I didn't mention before, it's very exciting. We've actually got a young kokako hanging around close to the kaka feeding stations. So
really?
We've been spotting him quite a few times now. So
okay.
it might be a nice challenge for people to try and spot him or her as well.
Yes.
But he's coming very close. Yeah.
So he's following the.
He's a resident now. He's out and about, very easily spotted from.
But if these guys getting food, there's no reason why he shouldn't.
No, exactly. He knows where to go.
He knows. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Sarah because we've heard that Pukaha now is going to be a wedding venue.
It's very
How
exciting.
exciting is that? What a wonderful place to have your wedding. So you can tell us all about that, Sarah.
Sure. So the primary thing to consider for people is the conservation of the birds and the respecting of the wildlife and rangatane cultural values. So we're really looking to work with couples that are looking to make a positive difference to the environment and conservation by giving back through their wedding. So we're a small boutique intimate venue, so we can have up to 60 people in total. And again, as we said before, the proceeds go directly towards the conservation work, which we're finding is more of a choice for people these days getting married.
So 60 people includes the wedding party.
That's right.
Yeah, bridesmaids and all. Yeah.
So what options do you offer?
So we've got two options at the moment. We have a venue hire option, which includes your ceremony space in the beautiful redwood groves. It's almost like a natural cathedral with these extremely tall forest trees surrounded by native bush and the birds, obviously, so you can hear the birds during your ceremony, which is absolutely magical.
Yeah.
And the venue hire option also includes our reception space, the Hoya room, which looks absolutely beautiful done up. You've got the timber walls, which is really nice and warm, and then it comes with a bunch of fairy lights and white draping, and it just looks beautiful.
Very romantic.
Absolutely.
Lovely. And have you been doing this long? It's new?
We launched in May, so we went down to the Wellington Wedding Show where we had the tiniest little booth possible, but we spoke to some wonderful couples who were very excited by what we were doing. The other option we have is a wedding package, so you can basically pay one price and we can organise everything for you. That includes your photographer, your catering, flowers, the styling of the venue, celebrant, and so it just makes it really easy for people.
Gosh.
I wish I had that for my wedding, to be honest. Just one decision and it's all done.
It's all done.
Yeah, we just want to make it really simple.
So you just phone you up and say, do me a wedding?
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we do vow renewals as well.
So what
fantastic.
So what are the costs for this? Yes, what each option included in the cost. So how does that cost work?
Yeah, so the venue hire is $4,500, and the package is $16,500, and that includes a couple of nights accommodation at Mount Bruce Lodge for the wedding party as well. So that's only 6 minutes down the road from Pukaha, and it's been beautifully renovated, a beautiful historic property there. And yeah, so you can get ready there, come and get married at Pukaha, and then stay the night there afterwards as well.
Oh, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Yeah. So everything's taken care of.
Absolutely.
You just arrive,
That's
really. The bride just arrives. Oh, that's tremendous. Yeah. Okay. So transport. Could families arrange transport from wherever to get a transit bus or something?
Yeah,
like
certainly.
That? They're allowed to do that.
Yeah, we work quite closely with transit, so we do recommend them. They obviously know the roads really well. The good thing about Pukaha is there's a lot of accommodation options for people within about 20-30 minutes, so it's really easy. A lot of the couples we spoke to in Wellington, one or both of them are from overseas, and we're really looking for a venue that offers their guests
something different,
something uniquely Kiwi.
Yes.
And
doesn't come more Kiwi.
It doesn't come much more Kiwi than hearing Kiwis calling during your wedding reception.
Yes.
So,
oh my God, that would be magic. Yeah.
most definitely.
Oh, that would be
Tremendous.
fantastic. Yeah.
So the proceeds from the wedding, does that all go to Pukaha?
So
Or the majority of
there
it.
are some costs involved,
Yeah.
obviously, but yes, there is a portion that goes towards the conservation. So incubating the eggs through Operation Nest Egg, raising the chicks, and then releasing them back out into the wild as well.
So you have a list of professionals on the web all
Yes.
over the place. Can you book those for the
Yes.
happy couple as well?
Yeah,
And
so
sort of
with
tack them onto the package.
With the package, we can book everything for you, and then the couple can liaise directly with those businesses to get exactly what they want. But we certainly do all the hard work for you.
Yes. Oh.
It just makes it too easy, doesn't it?
I can just visualise it myself. It would be such a romantic area to be in, wouldn't it? And the bird life and magic.
Maybe-
And what a great idea for Pukaha.
Thank you.
Because it's there's lots of things happening there now, isn't there? More so than ever. So, since it was like Mount Bruce as we know it,
Years
or knew
ago,
it,
yeah.
since it has become Pukaha, there are so many other exciting things you're doing there, isn't there? So yeah.
That's it. Yeah, it's all about the strategic plan. We're looking to become more self-sufficient through commercial activity. So that's where I come in.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So
Well,
how
you-
long have you been with Pukaha?
Since December.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
And you,
so just-
Miguel?
I've been there since August 2015.
Okay, so
quite a
really you're both quite fresh. You've fresh ideas, new things happening. So yeah, it's a wonderful spot. It's a
You've
wonderful
just gone
place
into
to go.
partnership with Midweek, I see.
Yes, that's our senior communications advisor, Helen. She's a very experienced journalist and in PR, so she's the one that's organised all of that through the midweek. Yeah,
Oh,
it's been
great.
very well received, actually.
Yeah, because the article that was in this last Midweek, fascinating.
Did
Yeah.
you read it in Tereo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
No.
Oh, come on, be honest.
That's amazing as well. That's a big sort of milestone for us, having articles published in both English and Tereo. So
Yeah.
we're very proud of that.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
And it's what it's all about, isn't it? It's it's all about the earth and learning. It's a very, very special place. So we'll go back to the Matariki. We will just let our listeners know more about that and what's happening. So we are going to be having the weaving and the pipe make.
The clay flutes. Yep.
What's that about?
Clay flutes. So we're very lucky to have our cultural tourism advisor as Wayne Pitau. He's a professional carver as well as musician. I don't think there's a musical instrument that he can't play. But part of the the musician's experience, Wayne was telling me yesterday, was actually making the instrument yourself.
Yes.
So you have a connection to the flute, which then allows you to play it more sort of authentically, if you like.
Yeah.
So we're really happy to offer that experience to people that come along on the 6th to celebrate Matariki at Pukaha.
Fantastic. I think it's fantastic. And Rob?
Sorry, no, I was just looking for the phone number.
So let's just...
because, again, people need to contact you to buy tickets for these. And I was just trying to find that elusive phone number. We know it's here somewhere.
Okay, well, people...
We just can't find it at the moment.
But to get the tickets themselves for this, then they go to Event Finder or somewhere like that, is it?
Or you can just email us.
Yeah.
So we're just taking bookings and you just pay on the day, yeah.
Okay.
So
it's
Okay.
info@pukaha.org.nz.
info@pukaha.org.nz.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the one.
Okay. And the wedding venue, of course, you've got coming up. That's amazing, absolutely. So we hope people will be interested in that, and of course you have to plan. What will you say? 6 months in advance? Sometimes a year in advance.
Generally, it's 12 to 18 months, but we if people want to get married now, we're more than happy to talk to them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose you would get that too, wouldn't you? You know, especially if it's second marriages or sometimes third. My nephew's just coming up to his third marriage in Spain.
Yeah.
But yeah, so because that's it's quick and easy, and just not so much of the big hoo-ha, is it? With
That's right.
Second and third marriages, obviously, but. The venue's there for them, and it's a wonderful experience. Yeah. And Marielle, all your birds and everything, you're looking after them quite well, and they're all happy?
They seem to, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, they're not leaving, so...
No. And some of them are even arriving that shouldn't even be there, that particular one. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. We thoroughly enjoyed talking to you, and there is so much going on there, and people really must get themselves up there, and even in the winter, it's still a very exciting place to be.
Absolutely.
How big is the place itself?
So the total reserve is about 942 hectares.
Wow.
But when you come and visit the park, you only see a small fraction of it, because it's all bush out in the back. You can do the loop walk, which takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours. But the actual reserve, where all the aviaries are, probably takes about an hour and a half, depending on how fast you go. But that's only the small part of the whole reserve, so it is quite big.
And it's got wheelchair access.
It does.
Does it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And people with buggies, mums with buggies and things, that's easy to get round.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, tremendous.
Brilliant.
Okay.
All right. So where are we going from here?
So, I think we've covered everything. Is there anything that we haven't mentioned
have we overlooked,
that
ladies?
you girls would like to tell us about? Because,
I just wanted to mention that our Kaka Cafe at Pukaha as well. We've just started our beautiful breakfast menu. And we've got changing daily specials and a changing monthly menu as well. So pop on up and see what's on the menu this weekend.
Brilliant. And you'd get quite a few tourists coming through as well, wouldn't you, for the cafe side? That would be going all day, really, wouldn't it, the cafe side of it?
The tourists, they fluctuate with the seasons, obviously.
Of course,
so sometimes we get quite a lot of people from Australia, Europe, mainly. But we've been really lucky, and we've seen an increase in our local visitation as well. So people coming back and discovering Pukaha again after a number of years, and bringing their children and bringing their grandchildren, and just sort of reigniting the passion for what's on their doorstep.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a great idea that when Helen was with us talking about it a little while ago, and I was quite interested when she said that you could actually, if you were a Wairarapa resident and you have people come to visit you from overseas, it's free. Isn't
absolutely.
It?
Yeah, Emily would have explained the hapori rate. That's right.
Yeah. So that's a great thing to do.
Preferential rates for local local residents.
I think it's great.
Absolutely.
As long as you show you proof, that's a wonderful thing to do, because I know we have many visitors come from overseas, and you're constantly going to the same place and think, oh God, do I really want to go there? You know, and of course the cost, but something like that, Pukaha, that's tremendous. Yeah, getting free. Cool.
We might even have to go ourselves in any case.
Yeah, we haven't been for
it's
about
a long
6 months.
time.
About 6 months ago, we the last time we were there. But it really, since it changed from what was it
Mount
called
Bruce?
before Mount Bruce?
Just called Mount Bruce,
to
wasn't
Pukaha, then we went just to check it out.
fantastic.
So and in 6 months, it's improved even more, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's just far more things going on. And the gift area, I love the gift area. Yeah,
Strange,
I love
though.
those cards you have.
It's very dangerous working there, I can
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
bet. But I love the cards, of the birds, and then you
Yeah.
open it and you get that sound. Oh, that's a great idea.
You might want to think about a membership then. That might be more cost effective for you.
Yes, yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Good thought.
How much is that?
Ah,
It's $150 for a family. That's up to 6 people.
Okay.
And an individual is $50.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on a pension, you see, so you have to be careful. No, it's all very worthwhile. Very worthwhile.
indeed it is.
And thank you again for coming in, ladies. And we've covered a lot of ground with Pukaha, and it is a magic place. So thank you very much for your time. We know you're busy ladies, so thank
We
you.
wish you all
Thanks
the
so much
best
for
with
having
it.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, you're more than welcome. All right, and Rob will play some music
I
now.
am. I'm going to play.
What are we going to have?
You're going to hate me for this. I like Hugh Laurie and his version of Swanee River.
Oh,
so
Swanee River.
that's what we're going to get.
Okay.
Down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is turning ever. That's where the old folks stay.
Oh, that caught me by surprise, listeners. That just ended without me being quite ready. Now, you're on C. Right. Now, then, one or two things to mention. If I can reach over here. Red Cross Wairarapa are looking for some... No, what are they doing? You've given me this, and I don't know what it's for.
I've got it in yellow, haven't I?
Yeah, the Maori Side Steps are on tomorrow night, is it? The 28th, that's today. Is tonight, 7 p.m. at the Carterton Event Centre in Holloway Street. They say, and this I want to see, you'll stamp your hands and clap your feet. So book now at Event Finder for 7 o'clock tonight. Where's the time?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
7 o'clock
7
tonight
p.m.
at the Event Centre.
Yeah.
Lovely. Now, Pukaha, talking about Pukaha, which we have just been doing, and I mentioned this before, they're organising a garden tour at Mount Bruce, and they're still looking for green-fingered individuals willing to open their garden up to the public for an annual fundraiser. Excuse me, please. So if you've got a garden, whether it's be a wild garden, a native bush and all the rest of it, or a neatly trimmed box hedges, Italian-style garden, it doesn't matter. If you've got a garden tour that you're willing to let the public have a look at, if you get in contact at garden tour, all one word, garden tour at pukaha.org.nz, or on Dell's mobile 021 0272 4266. So there's a lot of information on the website under the heading of Wairarapa Garden Tour, but they would like to wairapagardentour.co.nz, but they do need some gardens to visit. So if you've got one, be in. Mm-hmm. So what you got there?
I'll just go back to this. The Red Cross. Red Cross Wairarapa are looking for new members and volunteers also. Now their website is www.redcross.org.nz, or call to see Joe at the service centre on Church Street, Masterton. Now they're always looking for help there, and it's a good cause to be helpful with. The Red Cross Wairarapa hires out walkers and walking sticks and even wheelchairs, shower stalls, toilet seats, bedside tables, etc. So if you want any of those things, then you call the President in Featherstone on 06 308 9330. It's a great thing, is the Red Cross. Brilliant.
Indeed. Now, I've mentioned this one once or twice before, but it's still an important one, I think. The New Zealand Riding for the Disabled Association are still looking for volunteers to come down to Johnston Street in Masterton. Just walk beside the horses while the riders are there, just to give the rider a certain amount of confidence. Don't worry about the horse. It's done it all before. It knows exactly what it's doing, and it'll show you where to go if you're not sure. These horses are so well versed in what they're doing, they're no problem at all, and they're very calm and collected, unless of course you kick them and they'll kick you back. But yeah, get in contact please with Linda Tankersley, the president of Wairarapa NZRDA, at 372 5568, or Maggie Dickinson on 021 048 6477, and that's Riding for the Disabled, Johnston Street, Masterton.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I want to tell you about Rathgill and St Matthew's Senior College, and they are presenting Guys and Dolls at 22 Intermediate Street on the 28th of June to the 3rd of July, and this will be quite amazing. I think that will be very exciting to see. Yep.
And I've got the Wairarapa Community Law Centre Incorporated, which opens offices all around the Wairarapa on various days during the week. And in Masterton, where are we? Pahiatua, Katahuna, Carterton is the first Friday of each month, 11 till 3. Pahiatua, third Tuesday of each month, 11 till 3. And Martinborough office is open all the time, and their number is 06 377 4134, and they're in the first floor of the Sports Wairarapa building, corner of Chapel and Jackson. So if you've got a legal issue that you would like to discuss informally with somebody, I think it's or free.
I think it's free. It's a free
of charge.
service,
I think they'll hear you free of charge.
Yes.
So they'll give you their best advice, which is not technically legal, but hey, I don't mean it's illegal. I mean, they're not solicitors. They will give you their best advice that they can for in the time and recommend what you should do next. All right. So that's Ekatahuna 1 till 3 in the public library on first Tuesday of each month, and Martinborough 10 till 12 at the Waihinga Centre on the fourth Tuesday of each month, Greytown in the public library 1 till 3, again on the fourth Tuesday of each month. And we hope that they can be helpful to you. Now, I've run out of things to talk about.
That's all right. No,
you've run out of things to talk about, so we could discuss Brexit.
No.
Or
No, I think we've finished now,
I
haven't
think
we?
pretty well.
Yeah, we'll play some music.
What I'm going to do is play some music.
But we will just thank our Transit, our sponsor.
Indeed. Yes, who exhort you to get off the beaten track with them. And they're on Transit Tours, all one word, transittours.co.nz. You can get yourself booked up for a tour.
They do amazing tours.
They do.
And they've still got places available for various tours that they're doing this year. So.
And we're going to be talking to one of their tour drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Next week. Next week?
Yes, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next Friday morning, one of their tour drivers, known as Chappie. Some of you probably already know him. And apparently all we need to say is good morning. And then following that, we're going to have got Fleur from the Garden Barn talking about how to look after your roses, how to prune them properly and care for them through the winter to get them ready for spring. So that should be a pretty interesting programme. So on that happy note, I'm going to play this tune now, which is Cheerio Baby, which I think is most appropriate from UB40. So here we go.
You have a wonderful weekend, folks.
Look how long I've been waiting.
How about that? Isn't that wonderful? I love that tune. Next week, we're going to be talking to Graham Chapman, better known as Chappie, who is a driver guide with Transit Tours. So he'll be here for the first half of the programme. And then in the second half, we're going to be talking to Fleur from the Garden Barn, and she's going to be telling us how to prune your roses and how to look after them for the winter. So that should be very interesting. So thanks, listeners and TV viewers. You've been listening to, or you've just missed, Wairarapawatch, a weekly magazine programme about life in the Wairarapa. So from Val and I, it's goodbye and good luck with whatever you may be doing.
And have a safe weekend, folks.